So, hello. I haven't done a vlog for a little while now. As you can probably hear from my voice, I have COVID, and it's like having a really bad head cold actually, more than anything else. Um, but it's not super great, I must say. And I cut my hair, as you can probably see, because it was so hot the last 2 weeks here in Melbourne. It went to about just about 40 degrees. And then last week was unbelievably sort of muggy and humid and very warm also, hovering about 35 degrees. A sort of mini heat wave, I suppose you could say. Actually, it was so bad that I had my heater, not my heater, my fan here on this little crate I have. And I didn't wear, I wear sometimes. What I do is I make from old, what do you call them? Scarves. Sorry, part of the thing with COVID, it seems, is that one is constantly kind of a brain fog. Like you can't think properly, and so words just they don't come. But yeah, I think unfortunately, in the best of times, I think too much anyway. So it's like that really. But anyway, so I make this like this. Just sort of tie it up. Actually, an older punk lady I knew years ago, she used to do this all the time. And when it was really hot, because she lived in Queensland, she was from Queensland, and she said to me that's the best thing to do is to just get some old scarves from the op shop, these sort of big square ones, and then you just tie them together here at the bottom and here at the top, and either side, and then you have a top, and then all you need to do is get a scarf or something like this. That's what I do, kind of like in Japan, how I used to dress actually, and you simply tie it up like that, or maybe a bit lower down if you want. But anyway, and then you've got it, see? And it's pretty nifty. I've been wearing this like this in the heat for years here in Australia, in Melbourne especially. But if I go somewhere else in Australia, I'll wear it as well. I don't give a shit. So it's like that. It's better in a way actually when you put it more on your stomach almost, because it's just, for a man anyway, it's better. It's like a cummerbund, I think it's called, which is a sort of thing I know that in India they wear them, and also men, and also in traditional older sort of European societies as well, because you'd wear a horseback, and I think you'd wear it on horseback, sorry, and then so it's a sort of military thing. You'd have all your armour on and stuff, and then you'd have this stuff sort of, not obviously a scarf, but something a little bit, and to just show, a bit of like flouting the colours, like bunting almost. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. And then I think I'm going to go to Europe, go to Europe in for summer there. So hopefully the summer's not as apocalyptically humid there as it has been here. I don't think so. I think it will just be all hot, I imagine. So I don't know. I plan to hopefully get out. I really just need to get out of Melbourne, and specifically also out of Australia for just a little bit, just to get perspective. I'm going to take this off from around my waist, and just to get some perspective, really. And we'll see. I don't know, because I'm skint always. So living on the sort of level that I live at, it's not exactly. Anyway, that's a whole message video thing. Actually, just as an aside though, I thought of it as I explained before, but I had this revelation of what it means to be a man in modernity, in post-modernity, which is where we are, sort of culturally inside. And I realised I don't really like the whole gangster idea, or the whole you have to, be this way or whatever, or dress that way. Because I think dressing informs how you behave, which informs how you speak, which informs how you think, right? So it's kind of, it works its way in. And I'm like, I really like that men used to wear high heels and makeup, and they used to be like, they used to look feminine, but they weren't effeminate, you know. And I think that's the difference, which is really, really interesting to me, because I don't really find myself, probably I am, but I don't really find myself to be effeminate in this sort of idea of limperistic. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, in terms of what I'm trying to explain, which is, I think that men used to be a lot more, I think they were like that. I think they adopted these kind of feminine things, like they used to wear colour, like so much colour, like in India they do, and like all the parts of India, tribal village societies in India, let's say, not so much in the cities, but still, and they used to wear these big, you know, high heels with these like iron, you know, the platforms sort of thing, and then have a, you know, the heel so it can go into the stirrup of the horse, and they used to wear makeup, and you know, they would wear this stuff, and then you realise it's because these guys were warriors, you know. They'd wear these big swords, the guns, and then have all of this colour, and then have all this big wig. Like look at the kings of France, big wigs, and these, you know, high heel shoes with the red underneath. And they have it red. Why do they have it red underneath, like Le Vuitton? They have it red because it's awful. Actually, I shouldn't smile, because of the blood of the slain, you know, horses, enemies, people, and they trunch through, you know, this battlefield just full of dead bodies and rivers of blood, and so they'd stain the soles of their shoes with the red, with the blood. And I thought, wow, this is so crazy. I was reading about it the other day. I thought, wow, it's so crazy. I've always said to people, like, the difference between me and the pharaohs is, you know, just 3,000 years. And I think it's very similar, actually. I think it's, you can take, like, having a penis as no threat to your femininity, in the sense of that being considered female, even. And then also not to talk about even what femininity is, which I think is an interesting thing altogether. But I don't want to get to that right at this moment, make this too long. But yeah, so I just thought about that, and I thought, you know what? I was so worried about going to Europe and just dressing in black and being very like nondescript and this. And then I thought to myself, like, why would I dress any differently? Really, that significantly differently to Australia, where in Europe there's more people, there's more ideas. It's like, why would I do that to myself? Where I would leave here and dress like a funeral there, whereas here you dress like a funeral, and it's nothing. You know, in the same way it would be there, of course. It's more, sorry, brain fog. But my point being is that I thought if I just wear my normal clothes, I'm not sure if I'd wear specifically this as an example, but something along this line, like with colour, is my point. Then I thought to myself, well, you know, if I'm in Europe, then doors open if you look, or if you are just different, and because there's more people, there's more options. Whereas here, it's not like that. Here, it's very like, everything's very controlled and conformist and nice, and you know, and it's not that that doesn't exist in Europe. I'm sure it does. I know it does, but there's more options where I'm going to go if I put my foot forward and I just be myself in my dress and in how I am. And I'm not fluent in French or Italian or Spanish or anything like this, but you know, I mean, some of the people I really admire weren't either, and they managed to live in Europe. So it's like that. Yeah. But anyway, I think I'm going to sort of upload a few videos about this COVID thing and about me being unwell, because I'm constantly kind of unwell as well. That's another thing, and I want to record this for myself and also for perhaps other people that might watch it, who also find themselves continually getting sick every month, every few months. Different diseases, not different, like it's medieval, but rather upper respiratory infections and things like this. Ear infections. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but it could be. So yeah, that's what I was interested in also talking about in hopefully not 10-minute videos coming forward. Hopefully this will just be an introductory one of just 10 minutes, and the rest will be 5. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching.